Good morning.
Tido, beautiful.
So welcome everybody, Constance, Tido, Amor, Trisha, nice to see you, Patrick.
Hello, Sander. Hello, everybody.
Working, Rosa, April, Garrett, we don't see you. Anything up there with the camera? So welcome everybody. Oh, I let my friend in, Michael. I cannot start without the guy from Los Angeles. Who rushed to be here on time. Michael, nice to see you. You made it on time.
Brother, good to be here. Hey, everybody.
Nice to have you. So welcome everybody to this open Zoom. So that's just what's happening, you know, sitting, sun on the face, likes, dislikes, love, throwing bombs, anger, frustration, fear, anxiety, contraction, sense of me, or the absence of the sense of me. There's just the directness of whatever is happening. And some will say, well, what seems to be happening or what appears to be happening. Well, here it's just whatever is happening. But of course we can say appears to be happening or seems to be happening. So there's just this, the directness of what is. And there's no separated you or me as a doer of this, as a doer of love, as a doer of hate, as a doer of throwing bombs, or as a doer of loving, or as a doer to begin with, as a separated someone doing whatever is happening. At the same time, thinking there's a doer, which is separate in the shape of me, is already just simply this. And there's no one doing that already. It's just simply innocently dancing around. Love, hate, emotions, sensations, perceptions, caring, not caring, meaning, no meaning, it all just plays freely. And it's, yeah, there's no separated doer doing this, or a separated seer, nor is there an owner of this. There's no one owning this meeting, this life, or whatever you want to call it. No one owning this. There's just simply this, the directness of whatever is happening. And that's about it. And there may be a resonating with this, with these words, or suggesting, or whatever you want to call it, or not. And there's already no one separate doing that. It's equally innocently this. The love, the hate, the throwing bombs, the making love, the being scared, having anxiety, to try to get this, to try to get rid of a sense of me, of a so-called contraction, is already innocently just this. The silence, the curiosity here to how everybody's doing is just innocently arising. And Rosa, hands up. Whoa, what are you doing?
Boom! Boom, buddy, boom, boom, boom! It's coming out here for no reason. I'm in love with the word directness, with this immediacy. Boom.
Yes.
Just this.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing but directness, so to say. There's just this directness or immediacy of whatever is happening. And that includes the love for this. There's no one loving this. There's no one doing the love for this or doing the not loving this. There's just simply love dancing around without someone behind it as a you or me. There's no one owning this so-called love for directness, and it may swiftly change. Two wrong words here coming out innocently, and then, what the hell is he saying? May just simply happen. I don't like this anymore. Yeah, waving. Let's wave.
This was like, I don't like this anymore, Baba.
Yeah, well, yeah, anything can happen. Arguing, disagreeing, totally innocent. Not liking this and arguing and thinking, well, for me, it's all just bullshit. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. There's no one here, trying to persuade anyone to see it or to feel it or to grasp it or to believe it. I mean, at the same time, thinking it's a belief or something which you can get or which you can gain or which you can find is already just this. Thinking that there's someone to get in this meeting, so to say, which will help me, is already just this. Even the sense of me is not owned by anyone. It's just simply a sense. A claiming that there is such a thing is innocently this too. So here there's a curiosity. Constant, sweetheart, cookies. It was some time ago. We had you like full on in the meeting, and you were 10 minutes early, 12, I guess. So what's up, Constant? You want to share something? Just what's coming up there? I saw you in a meeting with Alexis. I hear you in a meeting with Alexis. Sorry. Yeah.
I was watching on YouTube, yeah, doing the chat. But it was funny because by the time my remark was read, it was like, that's in the history books. They were talking about that an hour ago. When they were, I can't remember what the remark was, but it was like, by the time I think it was Walter read it, it was like, oh my gosh, you were talking about that so long ago, it didn't even matter. Anyways, so I just want to say there's a special guest on here that's hiding her face, and her name is April, and that's my sister.
Okay, beautiful. Well, April, show your face. Or there she
no,
is.
Oh, there.
Oh, there she is. Okay, great, April. Nice to see you. Welcome.
Look at her hiding.
Hey, sweetheart. So cool. Boom.
So what is this about? Your sister told you there's something to get, there in this Zoom meeting, or what's going on, April?
Yes, that's correct. And I have no clue what you guys are talking about. So she said, just start with this one meeting and then you can slowly be integrated into this philosophy. I'm like, what?
Oh my God,
okay.
really?
Into this philosophy.
Out of my mouth. Those words did not Okay, I'm going to get mom now.
Well, no one is knowing what the hell we are talking about. So we're on the same level, so to say, April, because it's not a knowing.
Yes.
No one knows just this, and at the same time thinking someone can know this or can find this or not is already just this. There's just whatever is happening, thinking it's, there's nothing wrong with calling this a philosophy or a belief. I'm not going to argue, if you think it's a philosophy, great. You think it's a belief, even better. That's just simply what seems to be happening. Here, there's no issue calling this a belief, a conspiracy, bullshit, whatever. That's just what's coming up. It's great.
So it's just what's happening. It is what it is. Kind of just stay in the here and now kind of thing.
Yeah, beautiful. It is just simply what is. Sitting in a meeting, seeing faces, moving hands, somebody's eating, somebody's wiping their nose. My friend Garrett there is focusing. Just this, but there's no one like a separated you, me, behind this as a doer. Doing the moving of the head. There's a body. There seems to be a body moving, hands moving, words coming out, but there is no center. So there's no separated self. doing all this, and at the same time thinking or feeling there's really a me, you know, in here somewhere in this body, in the head or in the chest area, which is doing this, is already innocently this. There's no one doing that, the feeling or the belief that it is like that. It's just what's arising, so to say.
Are we saying that we are all just one experience of this journey of being a human being or something like that?
Well, I don't want to call it like that. Well, there's not actual an experience of being a human being.
Oh, we're not even experiencing. It just is.
Well, we can say there's just an experience for no one. So there's no separate you or me having an experience of this as something which is behind this or separated from this talking and asking the question if there is an experience going on or not. So we can say there's just the immediacy, or there's just the experiencing, but there's no one actually having an actual experience. There's already not two.
So you and I are not having a separate experience. We're having the same experience? No.
No.
Okay.
But at the same time, I mean, this is it's thinking there is a separate experience going on there or here, so to say, is already just simply this.
Okay.
So at the same time, there's nothing wrong with thinking or believing that there is something going on for me.
Okay.
That's just simply what's happening. The idea that this is happening for me, I'm here and I'm seeing this as a separated seer, as a me, is this. It's just what's arising, so to say. Whatever, feelings, ideas, beliefs, sensations, it just innocently dances around, as is the sense that it's happening for me or by me.
So no matter how big it is, like right now we're going through the protest at all the universities in the United States. It's quite an ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
It's just happening. That's just what's presenting itself today. Say, okay, it's just something that's presenting.
Yeah, it's just something what's happening or seems to be happening or is believed to be happening or appears to be happening. Protest, but there's no one separated from the protest. You know, there's no protester. There's just full on whatever's happening, protesting, throwing bombs, making love, crying. It's all innocently this already.
Okay.
Even the idea or the belief that it's not innocently happening is already innocently this. There's no one behind that belief. There's no believer. There's just whatever's happening, believing, disbelieving, expressing, liking, not liking, having wants and needs.
So the world is just, the world and people in it are just expressing themselves. And that's what it is. And that's what we're accepting, is just the world is expressing itself. And that is what it is. Is there a better way of putting it, or?
Well, there's not something separate which is expressing itself. So the very expressing is already this. There's not something which is expressing as this. The expressing is this.
Expressing this.
Okay. Okay.
So we can say there's just life, lifing, or just zooming. I mean, or you know, there's not something which is hidden, and this is an expression of that what is hidden.
May I say something?
Of course, Rosa, go ahead.
There is simply not two. It's just oneness, so to say. There is no one or nothing which can be known because it's just one soup. And by saying this, there is nowhere to go, no escape, nothing to know. It's this already, whatever this means or not means, any idea, any feeling, suggestion, it's just this. Boom.
Yeah, you know, and one can give the idea of none, one and none, or something which is one as coming together. But there's not even a this as a thing. And at the same time thinking there is this as a thing, is this already, which is not a thing. This is, it's just completely everything. Sitting in a Zoom meeting, words, faces, movement is already just simply this. It's not separated from this. Whatever is happening is already completely, fully this. Even the sense that there's something lacking or missing is already completely this. It's already full on itself, so to say, blindly itself. This is it. Whatever's happening doesn't see a you or a me already. It's just playing on its own, so to say. Like a leaf dancing in the wind. So all these things like, you know, loving and hating, you know, they may intensify or they may stop. Seeking may stop, seeking may intensify. But there's no seeker, there's no one doing it. Seeking may just simply drop or become very intense, and it may just stop. But it's not stopping for you, nor is it happening by you. Simply just seeking. Loving is just loving, hating is just hating.
Does this apply to everything and anything, no matter what?
Yeah, we can say, but well, it's not applied. We can say there's just this. This is everything, and this is not a thing at the same time. I mean, thinking that there's something else, or wondering if this is applicable, or if this if there's something else, is already just this. The very idea that there's maybe something else is already just simply this. So thinking there's maybe something which is not this is just simply this already. Nice to see you, April. You look like I see your sisters.
Yeah, we are.
Patricia, how are
Yeah.
you doing? Want to share something with us, or?
Well, I'm just soaking in what you're saying.
Ah.
I've watched a lot of your videos, and there's a resonance to what you're saying. So yes, it's seeing that there is no one here to take ownership of anything. But that's still to drop in somewhere. It's not fully. I mean, I can see, you know, in a day-to-day thing, my mind might be saying that I have to do this, but then this says you're doing something else. So that's what's happening here at the moment, if that makes sense for nobody.
Yeah, I think many can relate.
Yeah.
And that itself is just innocently playing out, the expressing of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah,
Mm.
there's no ownership, so to say. At the same time, claiming that there is someone owning this is already ownerless. There's no one doing the claiming the ownership. Claiming ownership is just innocently this. So
Yeah.
saying these are my thoughts is already done by none, which is separated from the claiming they are my thoughts. So the taking of ownership is already innocently this. There's no one as a separated claimer of this. And at the same time, claiming this house to be my house is already innocently this.
Yeah.
So there's no one separated claiming this to be his or hers. So claiming ownership is just already me-less or you-less. There's really no separate one to do it or not.
Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's naturally saying, well, this is my life. It's just simply what's happening. This is my house. This is my dogs. Just words.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong. I mean, trying to get rid of ownership is already just this. There's already no one able to do such a thing. And there may be an intense claiming of ownership. Well, this is I own this, I own that, I own whatever, you know, and that's just how it plays. Claiming everything to be mine is this too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this may just simply intensify or drop or stop, like seeking or having needs or having cravings. They just simply dances around. Having needs for more. I want to have more money. I want to have more freedom. You know, this may just simply stop or intensify, but there's no one doing that. And even the trying to stop needs from getting out of proportion is already just innocently this. Trying to control your cravings is already innocently this. Saying, well, I should eat less, you know, or having the thought, now I should eat less. It's already innocently happening. There's no one behind the thought or the idea that you should eat less. So trying to control this, whatever is happening, needs, wants, cravings, is already just what's happening. By no one, separated from that craving or need, or the control to stop it. Garrett, my friend, nice to see you. How are you? You have any words this week?
I couldn't get the computer to work properly, and I pulled some of the wires out of the computer. I pulled out the microphone, so it didn't really make any difference because I wasn't going to say anything anyway. But I think I got the microphone back in now, so yeah. Well, when you were saying that there's only this and it can stop, what are we talking about? It can stop.
Well, certain needs or certain, you know, crying, laughing, whatever is happening, emotions, trying to get this, seeking, it may just simply stop. you know, loving your favorite breakfast, waking up the next day and not wanting to eat it anymore may just simply happen innocently. Being interested in reading a lot of books about spirituality may just simply stop.
I don't read any books now. I had that stroke last summer, and it's virtually important. It's very impossible for me to read now. I can see the headlines on the newspapers, but I can't read a line or a paragraph in a book. But I can listen what your chaps are, your guys are talking about, and it remains still very interesting for me.
Well, beautiful. And that interest, you know, may just simply stop. Maybe next week you think, ah, I've seen it with those guys. No interest anymore. Goodbye.
Well, that is the case with other speakers. They've all come and gone. And you're the last at the moment.
Yeah, you know, and maybe one day think, well, this Sunday guy had enough. Well, goodbye. You know, waking up and thinking, ah, I just do something else. You know, I take a walk with my wife. You know, I think, you know, the interest to take a walk with your wife may just simply arise instead of.
One moment, sweethearts and Derlene and Gareth. I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. I guess this music channel is going to stay forever. Boom. Because this is simply free, totally free.
Yes, what I like is the when Sander is doing the short, what do you call them, the short, what's the word?
Films.
Quickies, the quickies. Yeah. No, just kidding.
They're so, what's the word? Such a lot in it for a few minutes. That suits me. I don't like these talks going on for an hour and very little is said, you know, just repeating this, you know, it just stretch it out, you know, and
oh, Garrett, the same here. I love you. The same here. I'm saying this over and over again. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So those interests, Garrett, they just play freely. And they may just simply stop or arise, so to say. So maybe tomorrow waking up, there may be a sudden interest to do something. Just arises. Maybe book a holiday or do something. And then at the same time, maybe another so-called interest may just simply innocently drop. Like going to meetings or, you know, watching a series on TV. It may just stop.
Yeah. I'm unstable. My computer said your internet is unstable. So whether that's me or the computer or what, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same here.
Ah.
Here the connection seems also a little bit unstable. I see only frozen faces now.
Thank you for that. That was very good.
Thank you for sharing, Garrett. Always like to hear the openness there and the directness. Beautiful. Thank you. Tido, how are you doing? How's the body?
No doer here, but the body is doing as he does, or it's going already. Now, at the moment, it's sitting, and it's just this room sitting, listening. some paintings, perhaps not at this moment. Yeah, the body is as the body is. Sometimes the tensions are coming through. We could say it's painful. In some moments it's not painful. It's okay. Yeah, just that is just what is happening.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's not happening to me. It's okay. It's okay. And the apparent story will go on. Whatever appears to be happening.
Yes, and this pain can be all-consuming, you know,
Yeah.
be very, very intense. And there may be an innocent trying to diminish the pain, trying to escape it, trying to get rid of it. And the trying to get rid of the pain and the suffering is as innocently as the pain already.
Yeah. And dark thoughts you never felt before could appear too. They just appear, but they appear to no one. And they pass in the same moment they arrive. And so it's just this.
Beautiful.
No one there to know tomorrow or yeah. And it's not important anymore. It's just this.
Thanks for sharing. Hey, and you were saying painting? Are you painting?
Yeah, just childish painting in the background.
Ah.
Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
wow or not wow. It's just a pen and a paper. So where's the wow?
Sweetheart, send me some pics. Send me some pics. I want to post them. I love them.
The wow is it too. You know, the wow. The wow is it also, Tido? The wow.
Yeah,
or...
yeah, of course. But it's that simple that I don't know. It's a childish painting, nothing else.
No, just a painting. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and today I thought I enjoy just being with you, apparently, and just listening.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, guys.
I was here. I was wondering how it was with Tido. I saw your message in a WhatsApp group, and then so there was directly this innocent wondering. Well, how is it with Tido? How is his back going? You know, it just plays freely. You know, wondering how it is. So I mean, even when there is no separated me or you, you know, carrying or wondering how it is with somebody else, so to say, is this too? It's just what's arising.
Yeah, there's in that way there is no relationship.
Yes.
It's just this, yeah. And whatever it appears to be, sitting with you or without you, it's just this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that way, nothing is missing already. Nothing.
No.
No.
No, it's already just full on whatever is happening. Even if there is a sense that something is lacking or something is missing,
yeah.
It's already just full on what is happening, so to say.
Yeah, or it's shaking the earth, the mental earth or the physical earth. It's just this, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, beautiful. Thanks for sharing,
cool.
Tido.
Thank you.
Michael, how are you doing, brother? Nice, you made it on time.
Yeah, got to the doctor appointment early. Didn't want to miss my brother. Such a beautiful show.
Yeah. Anything popping up there you want to share?
Well, just already. What we're speaking of is already the case. And yet, seeking can seem to happen. nothing wrong with seeking, and that's just what's happening.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah. You know, and even thinking, well, I have to get rid of this seeking because it seems that there are characters who, you know, they don't seek anymore and they seem so happy now because they don't seek. Is this too? Seeking is just seeking, like wandering is just wandering, talking is just talking. Having problems with one or the other is just this too. And talking is just innocently stopping, and silence is just innocently arising. And seeking may go on. And thinking it's wrong or not may go on or not. It may just simply stop. Just what's happening. This directness which Rosa likes so much. So there's just the immediacy of whatever is happening, crying your eyes out because you want to finally get it one day. I've been going to so many meetings. Oh my God, you know, when will the seeking stop? That's it. And that itself may just simply drop. Like eating your favorite dish and then not liking it anymore, not having an interest in it. Amor, I don't know if I should ask you to share because you're driving.
What's up?
Anything there?
Anything there? There's already nobody to teach. There's already nobody to learn. There's nothing to teach.
Yeah.
There's nothing to pick up on. It's just whatever appears to be. And not even.
And not even, yes. There isn't a thing called this. And at the same time, saying or thinking there is a thing called this is equally just this. This is not a thing. Sitting in a Zoom meeting and talking and heads moving and arms, eyes watching is not a thing. You cannot hold this. You cannot get this. You cannot get sitting and staring at each other. There's no path to sitting in a meeting. I mean, it's already just this. Even thinking there is a path to sitting in a meeting is already pathless. It's already just what's happening. Thinking there's a path or not is already pathless. This is it. It cannot be reached. At the same time, the idea that it can be reached is already fully this. There's no one to reach the idea that it's fully this. Patrick, you got it working. You want to share something with us? Your name
Wow.
is Eddie, right? I should say Eddie. Most.
Just call me Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I thought that I got more to say, but I'm really, there's nervousness going on. So, but
I didn't catch it. You had more to say, but and then
no, nothing to say.
okay, nothing to say. Beautiful, yeah. Great.
Patrick, are you from Germany?
No, Belgium.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you all. just a bit nervous. It's like, here
Oh,
you
yeah.
are.
What a beauty. What a beauty. Being nervous.
Oh, yeah, so natural. I mean, everyone can relate to nervousness, you know, going to a dentist appointment or to a doctor or even, you know, attaining a meeting. There can be nervosity. You know, when there's a starting of this Tuesday meetings, then, you know, there's a slight nervosity also. Just what's happening.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's nothing, you know, thinking it's you should control it, or it's bad, or I should not be nervous. All that is as innocently as the nervosity itself. It's just what's happening. Being nervous,
Yeah.
completely natural. Everyone can relate, so to say, being nervous. But there's no one being nervous. There's no one in a state of nervosity able to get away or out of that state. There's just full-on nervosity or anxiety or happiness or sadness or crying or screaming or loving or hating or wondering.
Special.
Rose, sorry. Patrick, go ahead.
No, it's like I'm driving a car for the first time. You know, the car is driving with me instead of me driving the car, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just this new buttons and things, and I have to search for of the Zoom, trying to react. I don't like my own background. It's too dark. So I'll try to adjust that.
Yeah, it's
next
so
time.
beautiful. It's
or
so,
maybe now. I don't know.
Well,
how to...
nothing changed, but there's probably someone who can help with it. But, you know, it's so directly happening, you know, all my background shit. What do they think of it? So dark, you know. Do those other people like it? I should adjust it. You know, all that's just playing on freely. Wondering how I should change this, even giving an explanation why I can be nervous. You know, coming with a conclusion why there's nervosity to begin with is already just this. Conclusions, assumptions, they just arise. Ah, I'm nervous because this is new. Yeah. Well, that's it.
I have a question.
Go
Gareth,
ahead.
okay, Gareth spoke about a stroke, and I felt Gareth's pain.
Beautiful.
Tido talked about body pain, and that kind of, you know, I sort of felt one with that pain, like, oh, he's going through pain. And Patricia had this curiosity of, well, then no one takes responsibility, right? And Michael talked about seeking is what's happening. Armor brought up nothing to teach and nothing to learn. And Patrick said, not a whole lot to say. So my question is, are they all spreading the this to us?
Oh. No.
No.
But at the same time thinking or feeling that it's spread, the very idea or question, are they spreading this to us, is this?
Like I felt the pain of Gareth. I thought the worst thing that a person can go through is a heart attack or a stroke. And I actually, that resonated so deeply. I wanted to reach out and give him a hug and say, I'm with you. We're one together. We're going through this together right now, and Tido too. And so I thought that this is coming to me and all of us right now. That this becomes us.
Well, I mean, so this compassion, let's call it compassion. You know, compassion for Garrett or compassion for Tido, you know, and feeling that, or you know, this relating to the pain. It's
Yeah.
just innocently arising, you know. There's no one doing that, doing the compassion or doing the relating. It's just what's happening. And the expression, well, I feel it here. I feel the pain. I can relate. There's compassion for those people there. That itself is just what's happening innocently. There's no one behind it as a separated April doing the compassion or having the compassion or relating with problems. It's just what's arising. Anything may happen, you know, feeling compassion, you know, wanting to say, Garrett, man, I feel it, you know, it's a stroke must be terrible, you know, and I am there for you. You know, even when there's no me or no separated me or you know, having compassion for somebody else, so to say, is this too. It's just what's arising.
I guess I say that because I had my own this before I sat in this chair. And then all their thises became a part of my this. And that's where I thought, ooh, yeah.
Well, calling this my this or your this or anyone's this is this already. So dividing this in a your this and a my this is just simply this. So creating division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you know, thises is already just this. Creating division and separation is already not two. There's already no one doing it. So seeing division or seeing separation is already not separated in itself. It's just full on this.
So we're not, we are all separate, or we're not separate. We are,
Well, we can say we are separate and we are not separate at the same time, so to say. But even that, I mean,
okay,
does it really matter?
I guess not.
This compassion is there or not. It doesn't matter if there's really a Garrett there, or if there's a Garrett separated from you or not, or a Tido who has pain. It doesn't matter if there's really a, you know, compassion is just simply what is arising. This compassion doesn't see a Tido or a Garrett. It's just what's happening. Just full on compassion.
And there's no Tido to own this pain. There's no Tido relating to this pain. There is no Tido who could control this pain. It's just like the weather or the rain. It drops down or it's not dropping down. It's just what appears to be happening. So there's no one suffering it. That would be the construct of a me. I believe that I have a story and that should be turning around in the next moment. No, there is no one having this. It's just a happening. It's the fridge open or it's the fridge closed. Yeah. It's the sun shining or it's cloudy. It does not matter.
Yeah, there's no separated sufferer. You know, there may be suffering, just full on suffering, but it's not owned by anyone. There's no sufferer as a separated Tido suffering something else. There's just full on whatever's happening, suffering.
Yeah.
Pretty deep stuff.
Pretty simple stuff, I would say. In this directness, when there is no thought, when there is suffering, and no thought is popping up to the suffering, it's just suffering. Yeah. And this is very direct and very, very simple in a way. It's not deep, it's not flat, you know? It's just this, whatever this means. Call it suffering or, yeah, I love it. Here came up while listening to you guys, unconditional, unpersonal.
Yeah.
It can be full on personal. This is already playing out unpersonally.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It almost makes you want to just walk in life and say, well, it really doesn't matter because it just is whatever it is which is this, and that's it. And that's the end of the story.
Even this is too much said. There is no need to say even this, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I get it, April, you know, applying this and seeing this as, well, this makes it simple, you know, oh, there is just this. Oh my God, that's simple. Why didn't I see this earlier? You know, trying to announce this and say, well, there's just this. So what are the worries? Well, at the same time, worrying is this too. It's not about that there's just this. Saying that there's just this is just saying that there's just this. It doesn't mean so much. It's not about, oh, there is just this. I mean, worrying or pain, you know, may just simply still happening. So, I mean, you know, in a bed with a stroke, so to say, and then saying it's just this doesn't make the stroke go away. It doesn't make the back pain or the pain be less. So, I mean, it's not, this is not applicable. It's not usable for someone separated. But at the same time, trying to use this as a so-called patch for suffering is this too.
In a way, I can say this is really not about anything. It's really just like sitting here for no reason and blah blah blah. Maybe singing or whatsoever. This is really about nothing and about everything, whatsoever. So innocently. And
But also saying that nothing matters. Sort of.
No, it's not.
At the same time, everything matters.
Everything matters, yes. It's not like a state where nothing, you know, it's not like a state reached, well, oh, nothing matters. No, mattering, you know, finding things meaningful tomorrow and not losing your job or seeing your kids be happy, you know, the caring for that may just simply arise. So it's not like you end up in a state where pain doesn't matter or stroke doesn't matter. No, it may just simply arise. Caring, not caring. So it's not getting rid of something.
In this directness of what is, this is very, very intensively playing out. Boringness can be also very intensively playing out. There is just being bored. And at the same time, in this intensity, in this directness, this seems to be quite empty. This is kind of a contrast, a paradox.
Yeah, so whatever is happening is just dancing freely like a leaf in the wind, you know, trying to become a better person, trying to be a more loving person, or trying to have more compassion, or to be a more compassionate person is already impersonally happening. There's no me or you behind that need or behind the trying to become more loving or caring. It's just what's arising, or the absence of those needs and wants to become something different. It's just equally empty, empty of a center, empty of a you as a separated doer of this, whatever is arising or not. So it's just full on whatever, wandering, crying, drawing your hairs out of frustration may just simply happen. banging your head against the wall because you don't want this is already just me-less. Banging your head against the wall. It's just a body banging the head against the wall. Or little April or Sandra, Constance, or whoever in that body pulling the muscles, moving the body in a certain direction. No, it's just full on banging your head against the wall and crying. Wanting to have a good life is already me-less. As is the absence of those needs. So needs and wants, they're just dancing around, and they may just simply stop. When Garrett said, well, what you mean with stop? Well, anything may just simply stop, but it doesn't stop for you. Nor does it stop by you, nor does it start by you. Even the idea that it starts or stops by you is already you-less. There's no one behind that idea, belief, assumption, conclusion.
And this applies to absolutely everything and anything that exists in this realm, 100%.
Well, it's all just this, nothing else. Thinking
Yeah.
that another realm is this too, or that it's applicable, or wondering if this applies to this or that is already just this. This is it. We're trying to get it straight, to try to get to the bottom of it. Do I get this clear? Does this apply to everything? Is this already? We're trying to make it clear, see it clear, get it straight.
This is not
Okay.
two. So this applying, there's not two things, one to apply to something else. There's just this.
There's no applier. There's no one able to apply this. At the same time, trying to apply this and making this to use is already done by none, so to say. Trying to use this as something is this already, and it will not work. It will not work for you because there is no you for who this is working already or not. This is just working by no one, for no one.
When you say there is no you, I don't, that's where you lost me.
I wonder, this or April, exactly this I wanted to say. I wonder if April is now thinking that this is about becoming no you.
Well, anything may happen, thinking.
This was exactly the thought, you know, sweetheart, it's not about this. It's really not about this. You can say, that's why I mentioned this year has no intention. It's very innocently popping up, boom, just this, a small talk, no more, no less, just very childlike, innocent, childlike. We're just playing with words. It's the same as a song. Yeah, beautiful. I love this.
A couple people mentioned, like I think Tito said, I can't have pain because there is no Tito or something like that. And I thought, okay, I'm lost. And someone else said it's this because I don't exist or something like that. But so that's the gray area where I might be a little bit lost. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Constance, sweetheart, what do you want to add to this?
So I just want to, I don't know if I'm muddying the waters by saying this, but something that April always has said to me for years and years and years is, there's no such thing as free will and choice. She has said that like her whole life to me. And yes. I'm trying to like relate. That's something that she relates to, is there's no free will and choice. So my question to her is, so if there's no free will and choice, then there's no me, because who would have the free will and choice? if you believe, not that if she believes, but does that make sense, April? When you always say there's no such thing as free will and choice.
Right, but I think we're using it in the contrast. We had the conversation about if you're born in the Buckingham Palace, that's who you are. If you're born in Compton in LA and your parents wound up in prison and you have tattoos by the time you're 10, there is no free will in those circumstances. William and Harry, that it is what it is. They are, so the free will part in that context is the conversation that we have. Where the gap is for me is the gray area of the true sense of free will in the context of my example, and there is no me. That's
Well,
where the grayness comes in.
there's not this in context to something else. There's just the immediacy of whatever is happening. So believing there is free will or not, or let's say so, believing there's a choice or not is already not choosable. It's just what's happening. Thinking that there is free will of choice is already not choosable. It's already just simply what's happening. The belief that there is free will, that belief itself is just tumbling down like raindrops. There's no one behind that belief able to hold it. Believing that there's you able to do this, or feeling that there's you doing this, is already just simply this. There's no one doing the feeling, there's no one doing the belief. As a separated April doing the beliefs and doing the feelings.
There is
Or not believing is just playing freely. And what Rosa was saying, well, we're just playing with words. I would say there are just, this is just words dancing around. There's just sounds, words. There's not even someone or no one playing with words. There's just word sounds jumping around, flowing around. No one is doing the words. No one is owning the words. It's just word sounds. This is it. Empty. No one is doing it.
It's been done, but by no one. There is also no source, nothing. In this directness, it's just what's happening.
It has no point.
No middleman, no position.
Yeah. No position, yes.
No reference point.
Yeah.
Oh, no reference point. Ooh.
This is free fall, sweetheart. This is free fall. Totally unknown. Totally unknown.
Okay.
But not free fall for April or Rosa. It's just free fall. It's unknown. This is here unknown. Already.
So if there is no me, or if there is a me, when my wife hits me over the head with the frying pan, it doesn't matter if there's a me or not a me. The pain is still there.
Ouch.
Oh, beautiful, Garrett. Yes, like with hitting the finger with a hammer, It doesn't matter if this is real, unreal. Yeah, beautiful, Constance. Give me one. So I mean, pain is just pain. Pain doesn't care if there is anyone or no one. Hitting your finger with a hammer, if it's real or not real, or apparently happening or is believed to be happening, it's just simply this already. It's not about me or no me. Thinking there's a me or believing there's a me or the opposite is already me-less. There's no one having that belief. There's no one caring for it either. It's just simply, and at the same time, caring for it may just simply innocently happen. There's no one to become a no one, or to become a someone, or someone to become a no one. So it's not about me or no me. There's just simply this. And this includes feeling there is a me or thinking there's a me is this too. I love that, Garrett, with the frying pan. I hope she won't do it because, yeah, we care for you. You had enough problems with the stroke, so
Well, yeah,
you don't need a hit with a frying pan.
well, I got used to that. That's not too much of a problem. But,
Oh,
No, but it's so, it's direct, hitting your finger with a hammer or getting or pain, it's just full on pain. Me, no me, it doesn't matter. Just full on quiz.
just changing the subject a little bit. When I hear a speaker say that a live retreat is a much better experience than doing a Zoom. Can you speak about that?
Well, I mean, yeah, anything, there may be a sensation, well, now I'm live, this feels a lot better than sitting on Zoom. Anything may happen, suggesting that if we had this meeting live, it would be more real or better than having it on Zoom is already just this. And the interest may just simply innocently rise to join a live meeting or to host a live meeting. Wondering how would it be when this is live, or not having those needs or not being interested to go to a live meeting is just simply what's happening.
And may I add something, sweetheart?
Oh yeah, Rosa, come on, boom
And
out.
Gareth, for when there is a seeking going on, full-on seeking, and listening to this now, what's been said, like this is cool, like, because wow, okay, imagine this would be live in person. Cool, maybe I get more than out of this than just this here, so it's kind of more attractive. And of course, it's different, Garrett. Imagine now we are together in one room. It's simply different. Of course it is. But it doesn't mean anything, It means nothing. It's just what it is. It's still what it is. No difference. And there are ideas, of course, about this.
Can I get more there?
Yeah, often the speaker doesn't add that comment that you said. The speaker doesn't say there's no better here. Stay at home. There's a little bit of promoting.
Oh yeah.
This is also, but
promoting
this
a
is also
tool,
just an idea, Garrett. This is also just an idea if it's promoted or not. And I mean, if I have no experience with this, I would maybe claim the same and say, yeah, there is a real difference in person. So I would recommend, yeah. And there she is, Constance. What would you say, sweetheart, out of experience?
Out of experience, I have gone to several live, and as as Rosa says, I don't see a difference personally. I didn't feel anything like, I think what Gareth, if I'm understanding, I have heard some speakers say there's an energy when you're at a live. And I don't think, I personally did not experience that, but that's just what was happening here. This did not experience, it wasn't any different on the Zoom versus being in person. However, I think it's just like when you're around certain people. So like April wants to give everybody a hug. And so if we were live, she could give hugs.
Yeah, beautiful.
Right? But honestly, going to lives, I personally don't feel it's any different than being right here with everybody here. I actually feel more resonance right here with who's appearing here. That's just me personally.
Yeah, beautiful, Constance.
That's what's happening here. I don't know. Michael may have something different to add.
No, it's the same. It's just this. it's just this. So even if we were to agree to meet in a hotel tomorrow, it would just be this, making reservations, then it would still just be this,
Yeah.
you know, getting a room. It's always this. It's never not this.
Yeah.
Still words dancing around, you know. I mean, in live or on a Zoom meeting, it doesn't matter. It's still just this.
Let alone just this idea, hearing someone saying, you know, this is energetic. This has nothing to do with understanding. This is energetic. Of course, if you can count 1 + 1 is 2, you will think, oh, when this is energetic, maybe it's going to be much more intense to meet this guy in person. Of course it is, you know, you see, and this is just innocently ideas popping up. Yeah, what a beauty.
Yes, and you know, there can be a great, you know, expectation, Garrett, from, oh, maybe when I meet those people live, then this is the real deal. Then I really go, you know, I see them, I can be even close. Maybe I can touch those persons, you know, and then maybe the disappointment may arise, you know. Maybe
Yes.
suddenly innocently disappointed. Well, this was not like I thought it would be. May just simply happening, you know. Anything may happen, live, not live, on Zoom, not on Zoom. Anything may happen, crying, screaming, not liking it. It doesn't matter if this is on Zoom or live. The liking may just simply happen or not.
Yes, I saw Tony Parsons about 10 years ago, and one of the students had been to see me 10 times, and to me, I wouldn't want to hear him again. It mean nothing to me, but yet again, for some people, come, you know, once, twice, again, and again, and I don't see the big deal.
I have the impression, I have the feeling here that this idea that the meeting in person is going to give you more. This is really a spiritual thing for the person, really. Like, it's just like, you know, it's kind of very sticky thing there. This is like, it's how it's felt here. And yeah, just want to share this for no reason.
Yeah,
Boom.
I just wanted to
Constant.
say,
Yeah.
well, I just want to jump in the concept. It's just saying it's saying you're not, it's not already. If I got to go there and in person, then it's not already. Go ahead, Constance.
I was just that you took the words out of my mouth. It's already this. Whether you're with somebody or not with somebody live or on Zoom, it's already this. Nothing is outside of this. Nothing, you can't escape this because it's everything and nothing, I guess, simultaneously. Nothing, yeah, it's this already, like Michael just said. It's already this. In a Zoom, in live person, it's already this. Yeah.
Yeah, getting a blow from your wife with the frying pan is already just this. It's just what's happening.
Boom.
Boom.
Even trying to avoid it or trying to escape it is already just simply this.
Oh, come on, isn't it funny? Isn't it the joke to try to understand the boom? Oh, come on.
Yeah, trying to understand this is this. It's such a joy, you know, and this may, you know, the trying to understand it or to get it may just simply stop. Maybe after 10 meetings, you know, or after one meeting or after no meeting. It's just whatever is happening, completely whatever ever is happening or not, is this already. Going to a meeting or not going to a meeting, not having an interest to go to a Zoom meeting on Zoom or a live meeting is equally just this.
Let me say something. This is perfection for no one. But even if this is perfection for someone, this is it too. Boom.
or unperfect. If this is unperfect for someone, it's a 2.
Oh, is it a state?
And what does it mean? Oh yeah, hearts. I love hearts. What does it even mean, perfection?
I have no clue.
Well, perfection means just perfection. And at the same time, I mean, love means love, perfections mean perfection, yes means yes, no means no, pain means pain. Just what it is.
Beautiful.
So anyone who would love to, you know, have a burning sensation to say something or to express before I'm going to close down this not live Zoom meeting.
Not in person Zoom meeting,
Not in
virtual,
person Zoom meeting.
virtual thing here.
A virtual hug.
Yeah, you know, I love also hugging. That I would probably hug everyone.
Me too. I would hug everyone. And in the meanwhile, we are hugging ourselves.
What a
Beautiful.
sensation.
This is so funny.
Well, everybody, thank you very much. Lovely to see everybody. Thanks for all the openness and sharing and everybody trying to do hard suddenly. What we Albert, Arnold, thank you everyone. Yeah, thank you. Guylaine, big heart also for you, and have a beautiful day, night, morning, whatever you're going to have or not.
Thank you, Xander. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thanks, Sander.
Thanks for sharing.
guys.
Thank
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.